Hello, my name is Marko Matosevich and I'll be your Dungeon Master this evening. Tonight's game is called the Winery Deliviery. We've got 3 combatants this time, Arcane Kane, Whitepointa, and Wolfworty 33. They're all come from the Filthy Pig Inn and Tavern. Please go over to our sponsor Markham3D.com. Go over, visit his YouTube channel and hit the subscribe, as well as hit a subscribe button on the Aussies and Dragons YouTube channel as well. So just sit back and enjoy this 2-part series.
So you guys, the 3 of you are now on with Igor. You carry on down this path, leaving all the dead bodies behind. And as you begin to enter this village, you only see that there's a few houses, and it just seems that you straight away into the town square. To the right of the town square, as you enter, there is a tavern where Igor takes the wagon, and he just sits out in front for a moment, composes himself, and then goes into the tavern, leaving you 3 on the wagon in this square. This town is a very old town, much like his winery, but it seems to be cleaner. It seems to be just that slightly newer. There aren't any weeds in the town square growing amongst the bricks or on the path. The buildings themselves are very, very clean, but they've got the same style as the winery.
I'd like to know.
Yep.
Sorry, I would like to know if this town is a relatively a large town that exists in the realm.
So no, it's a very small town. It's a very small village. You know, you'd probably pick maybe 40, 45 buildings.
Oh yeah.
Can I, since you guys are still in the wagon, can I get all 3 of you to do perception checks for me?
16?
Natural 20, what the fuck?
Also a 16.
Linus, what'd you get, buddy?
Huh? Oh, 16.
So all of you see kind of young children sticking their heads out from around the corner of the buildings, all looking in your direction.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
And you can see especially with your 20 strix, you can see that there's a lot of fear in their eyes. Like, even though they're far away, you can see that they're all packing it. What do you guys want to do?
Can I refill my water skin and ignore it?
So you guys just stay in the wagon?
How many HP do you have, Whitepointa?
20,
Out of
30.
anyone want healing?
No, not really.
No,
I
I'm cool.
didn't. I wasn't the one that nearly killed my own teammates.
Yeah, I took 8 damage from that. Couldn't even catch it. That's how like bad it was.
As you guys are sitting there, just
No, actually, I used the Arcana to see if anything magical's happening.
Sure.
I got a 17.
So from the opposite side of the inn, how do you sense Arcana? Like, do you see it? Do you feel it? Do you hear it?
I see it.
You see, opposite the inn from where you guys are sitting, probably about 300 feet, probably past 2 or 3 buildings. You can see, even though in the broad daylight, you can see a lot of green energy, like lightning emitting from one of the buildings. And as you're looking that way, you see a minotaur with a child behind it pointing in your direction.
That's not weird at all.
And you can see it starting to walk across the square towards you guys.
How far away is the Minotaur?
So I would say he's about 200 feet away from you. So you've got a little bit of time to discuss what course of action you want to do.
By the way, I'm going to roll religion for a reason which I've specified in a PM.
Yep.
DM.
Yes.
That's a 3 that almost certainly fails.
Yeah, no, you
Or 5.
don't understand why there's a minotaur in a village like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. But he's coming, he's walking over to you, and you can
Well.
clearly see that he had a discussion with the child. With a child, sorry.
Can I roll insight to see whether or not he's angry?
Yes.
Wait, so
23.
You can, from that, yes, you see that he is angry. But with that roll, you can see that he doesn't have an intention of attacking.
okay. So we can see the Minotaur as well.
Yes.
I'm going to ready my longsword to stab it if it comes up
Yep.
to the side of the thing,
Yep.
but not actually automatically stab it, and also keep it out of sight.
Beautiful. So at this moment, after you guys have done your checks and all that, Minas is about 120 feet. The child has stayed back. What do you want to do?
I will
I'm
get out
gonna make a 5-foot barrel and hide in it.
I'm going to lay hands on myself and heal my hips.
I'm gonna walk out of my the caravan and prepare to greet the beast.
Just letting everyone know that I'm out of stealth slot, so I'm going to be pretty much useless in this fight. What happens?
So as you go out to greet this minotaur, you're a tiefling?
Yeah,
How tall are you?
5'3", I believe.
So you're 5'3". Just trying to look. How tall is the minotaur? I'm going to say he's about twice the size of you. And he stands above you, looking down upon you. And in common, he says, "Are you the one who killed the mistress's child?"
I don't believe we killed anyone. I know we knocked someone out.
He turns and looks back at the child that he originally spoke to, and he just pointed in your direction. So as in general, your direction, the three of you.
Oh yeah. Does the child look familiar?
Does he generally point at my barrel as well?
Because the child's so far away, you can't actually, like, it's not a pinpoint. It's just like, those guys kind of point.
Does the child look familiar, or any of the kids?
No, they don't look familiar. However, do an insight check for me.
Yite. 23.
You think that these probably could have been the kids in the black coats that you guys were attacking.
Uh, um, wouldn't happen to send kids to attack people on the roads, would you?
The Minotaur looks down at you, then looks back at the child, looks back at you, and does a big sigh. And out steps Igor from the tavern. You can see that in that short time, he's already had a few drinks, but he's still, fighting the nerves. He points to you. Oops, where's my notepad? He points to you, Strix, and says, "Get the battles." He's Irish now.
Wait, how can you see me? I'm a barrel.
No. Oh, sorry. Malix. Sorry. He points to Malix. Says, "You get the barrels into the tavern." And then he kind of locks eyes with the Minotaur and says, "You go away."
I'm going to look and see if the Minotaur looks at all likely to go away before I make any decisions.
Lennis.
To my one moment, Mr. Minotaur, and I walk towards Igor, and try and tell him that he's made a poor marketing decision in selling his wine at such a small town.
The Minotaur follows you. And after you finish talking, the Minotaur grabs Igor and starts dragging him across the square. Igor starts kicking and screaming. You need to save me! Save me from this creature!
Oh,
Yeah, I pull out my short sword and I start running towards the large beast. How far is the beast from me?
He would have only gone, he's like 30 feet from you. And
Alright.
as you start moving, you kind of hear a gasp from all around the square, as if all the kids have gone.
Town is full of kids. Anyway, I get in front of the Minotaur
Yep.
and well, Mr. Minotaur, would you like to let go of my employer?
The Minotaur lifts Igor up into the air and holds him there by his cloak.
That is the wrong direction.
And he says to you, "The mistress needs to resurrect her child."
Yeah, so use the other kid.
why does he need Igor to resurrect a child?
Yeah, what? What?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Why the old man?
You hear this massive crack as this dimension door appears behind you, Lennis. And out steps this female with blonde hair, but very thin, almost anorexic, like the scary anorexic, where they've got like minus 2% fat.
Like Creville from 101 Dalmatians?
Yes. And is in a robe, and there's jewels all over her and all over her fingers, and you can see the fingers are long and thin. Now, Malix, can I get you to do a perception check for me, please?
That would be a 13.
From the distance that you are, you cannot distinguish anything about any of these jewels or markings that she has. Strix, what do you want to do?
By
I'm
the
going
way-
to do a perception. Wait, how far away are they from me?
So they're about, because you're a barrel. You're a barrel outside the wagon.
I'm on the wagon still, and I've
You're
got a
on the
little
wagon as a
hiding
barrel.
spot, so I
So
can
they're
kind
about-
of see out of it.
They're about, the Minotaur's about 30 feet. Linus is in front of the Minotaur on the opposite side. And then behind Linus is this female.
By the way, I'm picking up a barrel of wine and taking it into the inn, and then coming back out.
Okay.
So pick me up. I'm
Brasilia.
gonna do I get a 38 down.
So what were you trying to percept?
The jewels and the markings.
You've got no idea.
Sick.
Lennis, what are you doing, buddy?
I'm just gonna investigate the floor of this wagon for 13 instead.
It's wood.
Good.
Perceptive as always.
What are you doing, Lennis?
I assume you're the mistress.
And she turns to you and says, "Hey, what's my female voice?" Why, yes, I am.
Quite the soft-sounding lady, so you can't be that terrible. So what are you planning to do with my employer? And why, if you're trying to resurrect your son, why not the other kids around the street? They look orphaned.
Well, they are all my children.
There's a reason why.
Even the innkeeper?
No, he's just a villager.
Yeah, use him. I mean, the way I see it, your town is just children.
No, for what I need to do, I need a human. The innkeeper is a dwarf.
I'm going to walk over. And what exactly is it you're trying to do?
She looks at you and says, I am going to resurrect my child. And she says to the Minotaur, remove his clothes. We don't want him to drown again.
I have a really bad feeling about
The
this.
Minotaur grabs his shirt and cloak and kind of just with the opposite hand, because he's holding the back of his jacket, and with the front, he rips off the front of the shirt, kind of splitting his clothes in half. Obviously, still got pants on, calm down. And he falls to the ground. Strix, what do you want to do?
Okay, who wants to kill them?
Maybe
I mean, I kind of want to kill the Minotaur. But that's about it.
Now that I'm up close, can I roll investigate, say, to try to work out what the gems and things
Yep.
mean? That would be a 6.
You're almost lost in the gems as you look at it. This is something that it's almost like a part of you is being removed from you as you look at these gems.
So probably magical.
You believe so. Lennis.
Mistress, if you do not stop now, I will apprehend you.
She gives you a sideways glance as she begins to whisper under her breath, and you look at Igor's chest, and you can see it conforming and twisting in a really weird way you've never seen. It's almost like that rib cage is going. It's like something is inside him.
If I suddenly pop out of my barrel and intimidate them, can I use advantage?
Being 40 feet away, you want to try and intimidate.
Yeah.
In a
Because
way to
advantage would get
stop
me
what you-
18, and without an advantage, I'll just get a 4.
So were your intentions to try and stop her from doing whatever she's doing?
Yeah.
And your first roll was a 4.
Yeah. The second roll was an 18.
Nah. So she's focused on this body as it's twisting. And
All right, hang on. If she's focusing on that body and twisting it and reshaping it, then if I was to say, draw my maul and smash her in the face, would I have advantage?
yes, you would.
Excellent. Then I'm going to draw my maul and smash her in the face.
Roll to hit.
That's a 19.
So that's a hit. I will also give you. Let's not a sneak attack, but a surprise attack. So double your roll on that one. Whatever your damage is.
That's a 12, including strength, and then I am going to use Divine Smite for another 2d8 radiant.
Okay.
And that's another 15 damage.
So
So wait, was that 12, 15? But was 12 doubled?
The 12 was counting the doubled roll, because I rolled 46 rather than 2d6 for more damage.
cool.
I'm waiting for an insta give. Come on, insta give.
She stumbles back, and just looks at you sideways with pure rage. And let's roll for initiative.
Yay!
We can't wait for the total party. What?
I got the 16.
I got 7.
14.
Uh,
Actually, 13.
Okay. Whoop.
My barrel still exists, by the way.
He's still a barrel.
Yes. So they can't see me,
Pretty sure we don't even know that you're a barrel as well.
pretty much.
All right. So she goes. And what's that one there? And with pure rage, she turns at you, Malix. And would you know what she casts? You know what she casts.
What is it?
Oh. No. She will cast a firebolt at you.
So that's a dex saving throw?
Yes, it is.
I'm screwed. That's a 9.
So I believe that's a fail.
That's
So-
a fail.
That's where's my. You take 14 fire damage.
Ouch.
And now it's your turn, Malix, as she shoots this fireball at you in like a rage. It's like, "Ah!"
I'm going to use my reaction to that to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Wait, he's a tiefling too?
No, I'm an Oathbreaker Paladin.
Pharaoh.
Hellish Rebuke's that the circle thing that we spoke about earlier?
Yes.
Now,
He's
is
the one
it
that sets him on fire.
on the target or is it a radius?
Target.
It's on the target.
Cool.
I think she makes a saving throw.
She fails.
Alright. That's 10 damage.
And you, as you cast this Hellish Rebuke, you can see that she twists and conforms as she shrieks out in pain. And it's weird because you're pretty sure that you feel that the children have kind of run off seeing her in just so much pain. Strix.
Okay.
I'm
Hey, what the
going
hell?
to cast Ray of Frost.
What did Strix roll for initiative?
7.
7.
And
Oh,
Ray of
sorry.
Frost.
Lennis. Sorry.
It's
like,
still
man.
I think it's still my turn since Hellish Rebuke is a reaction.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's Lennis's next.
Oh,
Alright.
Because your
Then-
Hellish Rebuke was a reaction.
And then I'm going to try to hit her with my maul again.
But it's not your turn, it's Lennis.
But, oh, right, okay. So when it's Lennis's turn now, and then it'll be mine?
Yes.
Alright.
What are you going to do, Lennis?
I will. Fuck. Yeah. I stab her with my short sword.
Cool. Roll to hit.
24.
That's a hit.
And now I stab her. 1d6. Fucking. 9 piercing damage.
So you stab her in the chest as she's like conforming to this hellish rebuke. She's now Malix.
Okay. I got a 23 to hit with my maul.
Beautiful. Roll damage.
I'll be back.
That's a 7. And then I don't think that's enough damage, so I'm also going to use Divine Smite again.
Beautiful.
Which uses my last spell slot, by the way.
Yep.
And that's 14. On top of the 7 I already got.
She is in a stupid amount of pain. You can see that she's barely standing. She's on like like a slither of life. Strix.
Ray of Frost. Yeah, they got 20.
Oh, nat 20.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I think that's adding in the plus 7. Yeah, it's adding in the plus 7.
Okay.
And it does 7 damage.
7 damage. So with this final blow, she is just blown into oblivion. And she just falls to the ground, and you can see her arms are kind of locked at where she was holding herself. The Minotaur screams out, and he turns to you, Malix, and he uses his great axe on you as he pulls it out. And he just does this wild swing, but he completely misses.
All right.
Then it's Lennis, Lennis, are you back? Nope. Malix, what are you going to do to this Minotaur?
Well, for starters, I'm going to ensure that I don't die by using my remaining 10 points in lay hands to heal myself. And that's going to be my action. And then it'll probably be Lennox's turn when he comes back.
He's still not back. Cool. Strix.
I use Ray of Frost. It's an 18 and does 5 damage.
5 damage on the Minotaur. One. Lennis, what are you going to do?
Wait, it's my turn already. Has she left
She's
my
dead.
grass? Oh, shit.
The Minotaur
What's
is
the-
now.
Trying to kill us all.
Let's see. Well, yeah, I guess I'll attack the Minotaur, and also I'd like to use my martial arts to make an extra unarmed strike.
Cool. Roll to hit.
So 18 with my short sword.
Yep, so that's a hit.
8 piercing damage, and my unarmed strike is 11.
That's a miss.
Dang. Yikes.
Is that it?
Yep.
The Minotaur once again goes for yourself, Malix. You can see that he becomes a little bit reckless now. Oh gosh. And he misses again, to the point where he actually lets go of his axe and it flies off. Rolled in that one.
That is really
Fuck
impressive.
yes,
Especially
that
given the
gives
fact that
me
he would have
stuff to do. How far away are they from me?
rolling in that one with advantage.
Hey.
How far away are they from me?
These guys, they're about 30 feet away from you.
How far away is the axe?
I'll tell you what. Roll a d20, and if you roll 1 to 10, it's 50 feet away. If you roll 11 to 20, it's 10 feet away.
I got a 14.
It is 10 feet away from you.
Fuck yes. Okay, I went to my turn then. I think it was someone else's turn.
Yeah, whose turn was it? Is it Lennis? So it's back up to you. You've got advantage because he's reckless.
Wait, I strike him again and use. Yeah, I strike him again and I attack him with a flurry of blows. Picking up my second
Roll to hit.
sword does 5 to attack. Um, 22 with
That's
my
a hit.
fist. One of my fists. Oh
Yep.
shit. 6.
Is that with advantage?
Oh wait, the sword wasn't with advantage. Shite. Anyway, no, I'll come back with the sword.
Yep.
15 to strike with my fist.
Yep. So it's 2 blows.
A 4, and with advantage with the short sword, a 14.
Which is a hit.
Hit it for 4 piercing damage.
All right. Malix, what are you doing, buddy?
I'm going to hit it with my maul. Basically, the de facto solution to all my problems at this point. That's a nat 20.
Cool.
He wins.
So double dice.
Finally get a good roll for my maul. That's 21 damage. Right on the nose ring.
Strix, what are you doing?
I'm going to use Mage Hand and Still's Great Axe.
How
Would it
heavy
be able
is
to
the
pick it
great
up?
axe?
I can pick it up. It's Grax is weight 7, and the mage hand picks up anything below 10.
Okay,
Cool.
cool. Done. You've picked it up.
And I pocket it.
Wait,
And
possibly.
that's
Yeah.
He's just got the tiny bottom of the
Bulging
handle in your
fucking-
pocket as it's hanging out.
I stuff it in my barrel with me underneath my cloak. That's the end of my turn.
The Minotaur Axlis turns and aims at Igor with his fists. And he just winds up. And bang! You can see that he just punches Igor straight in the chest and goes through into the pavement. And just Igor is just, the life has just been blown out of him. Lennis, what do you want to do?
Shout out, and I try and recover his body using my what is it? Using Step of the Wind, my key point to disengage and
Yep.
grab Eagle's body. Is he still slightly alive?
Yeah, the Minotaur's fist is touching the ground through his body.
Eagle, can you speak? Tell
if-
me before you go. How do you make your wine?
There's no response.
So, is he dead or dying?
He is dead.
He's missing most of his internal organs.
He's really, really dead.
Nothing a bit of magic can't be.
If you want to figure out winemaking, then you need to figure out how to cast resurrection magic.
Dang.
Is there anything else you want to do?
Such his body. I'm assuming the Minotaur's dead.
No.
The minutes are still going.
Maybe we should kill the Minotaur first. Whose turn is it?
It is, well, Len's just disengaged. Or are you just going to use talking to the dude as an action?
No, I disengaged and talked. Oh wait, how close would his? Oh yeah, his body wouldn't even be that far away.
He's literally like right next to you.
It's talking to the dude. Pull out my
You're
whiskey.
gonna,
Oh no.
you're gonna interrogate Igor while there's a crazy ass Minotaur about to murder you.
What a way.
Listen, ale is very important to Lannis.
Does your character have like a lack of fear?
No, he is enamored of ale, wine, and other intoxicants.
Is your
So-
character an alcoholic?
You could say so. He is
I do
a
enjoy the alcoholic background.
he is a drunken fist monk,
Oh,
and somehow his floor was enamored for ale and wine. So
Nice.
hilarious.
thought I'd play into it.
We did not plan that at all.
My flaw was will do anything to obtain something truly valuable, hence why I decided to hit her with no provocation.
Lennis, what are you going to do, buddy?
At a fit of rage, I attack the Minotaur with another flurry of blows and and my short sword.
Roll away.
14 with the sword.
That is a hit. So it's no advantage now. It's just normal.
Yup. 8.
That is a miss.
No, 8 damage.
Oh,
Eight
8 damage.
piercing.
Sorry.
And now my. How about a 9 for a
Nope.
hit?
That is
Okay.
not a hit. So as you punch, it kind of just like glances off him a little bit.
Does 11 hit though?
That does not hit.
Dang.
Malix,
Fault for being a midget.
you can see that he's just punched Igor, killed Igor. You got Lennis who's kind of like stabbing him, but giving him some light punches, but those punches don't seem to be landing. What are you going to do, buddy?
I will say a short prayer for Igor and Draconic, and then I will lay into the Minotaur with my maul.
Beautiful. Roll for damage.
Or roll to hit first, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, roll it.
That's a 21.
That is a hit.
Yeah, give me a sec. That's a 14 damage.
Oof. Oof. Strix, what are you going to do?
So the Minotaur's not dead yet.
No, but he's looking pretty bad.
Guess I'm gonna use Ray Frost again. And I got 20.
A nat 20.
No, that's got a +7 on it, so that's 2 damage.
What'd you do damage wise? Sorry,
Oh, that was 2 damage.
2 damage. Can I get your Minotaur's turn? Does the Minotaur see it? The Minotaur tries to grapple you, Malix.
All right. So I roll strength.
Yep. And he rolled a dirty 20.
I rolled a 7.
So he grabs you, and he's squeezing you, not letting you go at all. With a disadvantage, can I get you all to do perception check?
I got a 2. What do I see?
I got a 6
I got 16.
with disadvantage.
Yep, my actual good one was 18.
Strix, you're the only one to see a child hovering over the woman.
What? Can I just instantly cast something at it?
No,
I
it's not your turn.
deal with that crazy stuff.
I'm a wizard, but that's out of my realm. Get out of here.
It's even more funny if you realize my guy's background.
Linus, what do you want to do, buddy?
I just like running out of energy. I continue wailing upon this Minotaur with my short sword.
Yep.
Does a 6 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Damn. And I'll use my martial arts to punch him.
Yep.
Wait, natural 20.
Oh, roll for damage.
So 6 with just a die in the in my modifier. Without crit. Does crit double in 5e?
I normally play you roll the dice twice.
Ah, okay, yeah, fair. So 3 plus 2 is 8. 8 damage.
So you're able to punch him. Sorry, you stab him or punch him?
Punch him.
You punch him, and you just hit some sort of sweet spot, and you just knock him out, and he falls to the ground, and he lands on top of Malix. Malix, it's your turn now, buddy.
I'm lying prone with a Minotaur on top of me.
You sure are, buddy.
I'm going to try to push him off.
Yes. So do a strength check for me.
That's a 9.
You fail to push him off. It's like, oh, this thing's freaking heavy. Strix, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna kill that fucking thing that's floating. I deal with that Ray of Frost.
What are you going for? The kid?
Yeah,
Yep, cool.
I do 6 damage.
You do 6 damage.
Yeah.
The kid pretty much explodes.
Perfect. I'm happy now. I'm going to come out of my barrel now.
As you see the kid explode, you see her sit up.
Does Malthrox notice the woman sitting up when he's underneath what I assume to be a 150 kilogram minotaur on him?
It's not his turn.
There
I
you go.
failed my perception check, so I don't know really, since I'm pinned under a large minotaur.
So Lennis,
Yes.
you sense a surge of negative energy echo through your body. Can you do a Constitution saving throw?
I sure can. 18.
Succeed. However, you take 19 points of necrotic damage
Shite.
as she gives you the finger of death from where she is.
Sucked in, bitch. Still alive. Hang on. You just used your own kid. Judging, you said that every child in this town is your own child, but you just used one to resurrect itself. Like, do that with your other kid. Like, I assume the other kid was your favorite, right?
So it is your turn.
I know. That's why I asked the question.
She says to you, the child resurrected me. By the way, she rolled a nat 20 on a saving throw, so...
Oh. Well, that means she's only on 1 HP.
The kid gave her some health.
How? I nuked it.
She got the kid got there before.
We're such fucking heroes. We nuked a kid.
She started to fight for money. Oh,
Yeah,
we've completely failed this mission, but let's just kill her anyway.
yeah. I attack her because I know she's the reason why Eagle's dead. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
5 piercing damage and I'll unarmed striker. 17.
So that's a hit, yes.
5 damage.
So you see Linus kind of just like keel over in pain, then does this martial stance, runs 1 step, 2 step, jumps with the sword, stabs her in the chest, lets go of the sword, and follows through with this just gigantic punch right to her face. Bam! And just knocking her out and just killing her instantly. So, what we have is we've got now the corpse of a woman, the burnt crisp corpse of a child, a dead minotaur.
No, the child was nicked with red frost.
You said he
A
exploded.
dead employer.
Sorry.
I do believe you said the entrails that were sent flying everywhere.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to push. I'm gonna try to push the minotaur off me again.
Cool.
Don't feel like it.
That would be a 21.
Beautiful. You've pushed him off. The child is no longer there. The minotaur is dead. You've been able to push the minotaur off. Igor's body is kaput. The wine barrels are still there, connected to a horse.
Cool.
I'm I'm going to go over to the woman's body.
Yep.
Take my kneel down by the side, open up my backpack, get out my common clothes, wrap my hands in the common clothes, and then pick up the jewelry, keeping them wrapped in those clothes, and then put them in my backpack.
So you come across a great wealth. And as you're picking through the jewelry, you come across a medallion with a certain symbol on it.
Uh-oh, it's cursed.
No, it's not.
Only
Okay, then put it around your neck then.
only Malix knows what this is. Unfortunately, he did not see it beforehand. So you, in total, doesn't matter about the lump sum because it's a one shot, but you do get quite a bit. So the medallion on itself is 5 claw marks with a dragon's head on it.
No idea what that is.
Yeah.
Man, I really wish I'd passed those rolls.
I uncap my watering skin.
Yep.
And I pour some on Eagle's head. And I'd like to say eulogy. Although Eagle has made some poor trade partners, as we can see with this town, has only kids, no drunkards, not really best decisions for giving out wine and selling it to a tavern in a town of 40 houses. But he did make some fabulous wine, which I assume no one else but me will keep, because I saved you
I'm
all.
taking barrel.
And, yep. Good work with you guys. Glad I get to keep the wine. Catch you the next time we're in crippling debt, which I won't be because I'll find proper trading partners. See you later.
My guy's taking a barrel and he's going to go and reverse engineer the wine.
And that's the end of our game. And thanks, guys.